come over here and slate it. Wait, is this on?
Yes.
It's all different now. Okay.
Hi, it's Amanda, Ron, and Dwight. And this is what?
The 18th.
No, oh, the 18th. What do you want?
Rehearsal number 1.
Rehearsal number 1.
Okay. Okay. Here we go. Hi. My name is Yehuda Hyman, and I want to tell you about this new dance theater work that I am making called the Mar Vista. Mar Vista is Spanish for view of the sea, and it is also the name of the neighborhood that I grew up in on the west side of Los Angeles. Now, we didn't actually have a view of the sea where I lived because we lived in this little pink house which was next to a big hill. And if you wanted to see the sea, you actually had to climb the hill, and then if you got there, you could squint and look into the distance, and you might be able to, on a clear day, catch a glimpse of the Pacific. But from the house, you couldn't see the sea, but I could imagine the sea. And in this new work I'm making, I am imagining the displaced romance of my father, Charlie, and my mother, Sarah. And I want to take this time to invite you to be part of this artistic adventure. The premiere in June will represent the culmination of over 3.5 years of work, and it will also be the premiere of my dance theater company, Yehuda Hyman Mystical Feet. We are about making stories, dances, and weaving spells. Now, there is a Yiddish expression. It's perhaps a little crude, but I think it's appropriate, and it is tuchas am tish. And tuchas am tish means literally stick your butt on the table. Just say it, just tell it like it is. So, tuchas am tish, I need to raise $5,500. This money will go to pay for, among other things, artistic fees for the designers and the performers who are giving their passion and their time to this work. I am so excited about my collaborators, and I'm going to tell you about them in just a minute. This money will go to pay for, among other things, the rental and installation of a gray Marley dance floor. This floor will cover the stage at the 14th Street Y and enable us to dance bare feet, and we're Yehuda Hyman Mystical Feet, so we need to dance in bare feet. This money will go to pay for documentation. We need to hire a videographer, a sound person, because we talk as well as move. We need to hire a photographer, and this documentation will be so important, critically important, as I move forward with the development of my company, Yehuda Hyman Mystical Feet. Now, every item on this budget has been looked at, pored over, pared down, cut down, and every single amount of money is critically important to making this work, and that's why I want to invite you to join me on this artistic adventure and make your tax-deductible contribution to the Mar Vista. And now I'm going to tell you a little bit about the piece, how it came to be. About 3 years ago, I was making a solo called Hamsa. Now the Hamsa, if you don't know, is a symbol in all Mediterranean and Middle Eastern countries. It is the hand. It is a symbol of protection against curses. So I was doing all kinds of research on the hand, the history, cultural differences, symbolism, and finally I went in the studio and just started looking at my hand, there it is, and understanding this, what came up, what memories with each finger, and suddenly I had a memory of the fourth finger of my father's right hand and how he used to dip it in the wine on Passover. And so this solo Hamsa actually became a piece about my father, about his travels, about his curses, about his pain, and about his beauty. So I decided to make a second piece called Leaning into Moisture, which is the second part of the Mar Vista. I made Leaning into Moisture with Amanda Chiselle, who's a wonderful young dancer-actor. And Leaning into Moisture is about my mother. Now, my mother was born in Russia. She escaped with her family right after the Russian Revolution to Istanbul. She grew up in Istanbul, and Leaning into Moisture is about the very secret and forbidden romance of my mother during World War II in Istanbul. So we have part 1, Hamsa, part 2, Leaning into Moisture, and part 3 is called Cincinnati, 1951, because that's the place in the space where my parents met. They went on 2 dates. My father proposed on the second date, and they got married 3 weeks later in a hurry. I am making this new piece with Amanda Chiselle. Well, we've known each other for about a year now.
We have.
and 2 new performers that I haven't worked with before. A wonderful, wonderful actor named Ron Kagan.
Hi. 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 Could you introduce yourself to the camera? No. Okay.
And a marvelous visual artist and performer named Dwight Richardson Kelly.
What's your name?
My name is Dwight Richardson Kelly.
Wow. Dwight.
And Dwight and Ron and Amanda are multi-talented and exciting. And what's more important to me is that they are truly open-hearted, adventurous spirits, and risk takers. And that's so important because my work is difficult to make. I demand a lot of myself and I demand a lot of my collaborators. And basically I'm asking them to remove several layers of skin and just really show who they are and become integrated with the lives of my parents. And that takes courage, and they have it. And they're also really fun in the rehearsal room. The Vista will run for 5 performances, June 11th through June 14th in New York City at the theater at the 14th Street Y. The tickets will be priced at a deliberately affordable $18. And I'm really excited to say that the tickets are available right now. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, right now. You can buy your tickets if you go to the 14th Street Y website and hit Lava Live, and you can purchase tickets, and I hope you will. And I hope you will come and bring all of your friends and all of your family. My father was a Polish tailor, and growing up I would watch him as he made suits, and he was so meticulous and so careful. The way he would carefully take the measurements, and then he would use this white chalk, it looked like soap, and he would make patterns, and then he would cut so many individual pieces, and then he would carefully stitch them all together and make a whole. And that's what we're doing right now in the rehearsal studio. We are carefully measuring the romantic lives of my parents, the good parts and the not so nice parts, and we're making different pieces, and then we're going to stitch all these pieces together and make a whole, and we would be so happy if you would join us as we make this work. I hope that you can contribute a little or a lot, and I want you to know that everything you contribute is deeply, deeply appreciated by myself and my collaborators. So thank you so much for listening to this and watching this video. I gotta go. But I hope that I will see you in June at the Vista.